Sustainability is being thoughtful about the choices that you make in regard to your relationship with your environment. And to the extent that we have these wonderful new facilities and resources that help us to do that, that has made a huge impact on our ability to service students and on the way that we live at SUNY Sullivan.
We have a green building maintenance and management program here at Sullivan, and I've actually had students that are now getting a second degree in wind turbine technology because they're just fascinated by the industry, by the technology, and they've learned about renewable energy and the impact that it has, and so they're just really embracing it and enrolling in my course.
We have these marvelous simulators that allow us to, for example, replicate the entire wind infrastructure from the turbine through the grid tie, and that's all part of a simulator that we can roll into the center of the classroom, and students and faculty can work on.
Just recently, I had a student go, "This is like being in Disney World." We were doing exercises, and I was just pulling out all the trainers, pulling out things that are associated with the trainers. We're just doing labs and just talking about solar panels and batteries and wind turbines and generators and alternators. And the student was just like, it's funny, I hear him just talk to this fellow student. He's like, "This is like Disneyland." So it makes me feel good that I am impacting them. The students are engaged.
We can do a lot of lecturing around it. We can look at diagrams, we can study it, but unless you really see it and get to experience it and get to practice with it, it's really hard to develop the skills at the levels that we want to make sure that our students have.
The grant provided us the ability to do a solar array, and it was a solar array that was designed specifically to be taken apart and put back together, so our students get that experience. We have adjacent to that a wind turbine. It's on a 60-foot pole, but the pole is hinged, because what happens is the students take it down, they take it apart, they do the typical servicing things you would do, you learn about it, and then you put it back up again.
Students want to take panels off, they want to install panels, they want to touch the wind turbine.
We have students come up to us all the time and say, now that I've seen it with my own eyes and put my hands on it, I can really understand how it works. And they get really excited about knowing that we're actually, practicing what we preach on campus, and they're able to go into the field and have some really good experience with them, not just the theory.
All students should have a diversified education. I teach wind turbine technology, but every day I talk about how that skill could be used somewhere else, in a manufacturing plant, on the farm, in an automotive shop, whatever. We teach foundational skills, electrical, mechanical, that can be used throughout industry, throughout the workplace, and not just specific to wind turbines.
In terms of employment, we approach it two different ways. We have people that come to us and say that they really want our students to have skills in PV or in energy efficiency, and we go ahead and train students based on their needs. At the same time, we have graduates that are going to employers and saying, hey, these are all the ways that you can be sustainable, these are ways that you can save money by going green, by incorporating renewable energy or green building materials. And so it's a really great relationship where employers are coming to us and we're also educating them about some of the new technologies and possibilities that are out there.
Sustainability, green technology, and that whole cluster of things that we think about in that way is only going to grow. It puts you in motion to address the future just as well as you're addressing the present.